You can see next to our camera, around the other camera there, you got some parents waiting to hear if their son's name is called. I'm hoping so, for their sakes, because this has been a long, drawn-out process going on here if it's not. So let's see as we go back in here and try to take care of that situation, see just where some kid named Williamson may fit into this mix. We'll find out momentarily. Again, congratulations so far to the honorable mentions, third team and second team. Remember that this entire list will be available on d3football.com. I believe after the game, we will have those posted up and ready to go. Let's go first team offense.
Let's do it.
You ready for this? I put this together. I didn't look at the names purposely last night because I wanted to be surprised too, in case you couldn't tell from the pronunciations. Here we go. First team offense. Well, here we go. First team quarterback is Dan Whalen, senior from Case Western Reserve. Running backs, Lavelle Coppage, sophomore from Whitewater. We'll hear a lot of his name, I bet you, today.
Definitely.
And Ben Wortman, junior from St. Thomas. Wide receivers, Cecil Shorts III, senior from Mount Union. And Alex Kors, junior from DePaul. I bet you Shorts' name is announced once or twice in a varying different assemblies of offense today.
I believe last year it was announced at least twice within the first 2 drives of Mount Union.
Well, why should things change? Tight end, Renard Ellis, senior from Mississippi College. Your tackles include Caleb Kroll, senior from Mount Union, and your Gallardi Trophy winner, Blaine Westermeyer, senior from Augustana. Talk more about him in a second. Guards, Matt Weber, junior from Whitewater, and Scott Millenbach, senior from Linfield. Center, Dylan Holland, senior from Wittenberg. Got to tell you, I encourage you to go to Pat Coleman's interview in my blog entry, the Sideline Guy blog entry from last night, where we've embedded the interview with Blaine Westermeyer, the winner of the Gallardi Trophy Thursday night. Great young man. I mean, this guy went from, up in Illinois, I believe he came direct down to Mexico City for the Tazón de Estrellas All-Star game. Did I almost get that right?
It was close enough for government work, right?
And then flies from Mexico City up here to receive the award, and one day later, not even, flies back down to Mexico City for the All-Star game itself, which is being played probably as we speak, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
And yet he didn't look tired. He was poised. He was, you have to be somewhat of an intellectual for this award because academics play a role in it. So
yes, it's not the Division III Heisman. It's
the highest award, but it's not the Heisman. At the
right.
Same time.
It's you're looking at academics, you're looking at community service, and a lot of other factors that really go into the scholar athletes that we have at this level.
So he's not playing here today, but we just want to give kudos again to Blaine Westermeyer from Augustana, the winner of the 2009 Gallardi Trophy on Thursday night, and a couple Mount Union players and Whitewater players here on this list. Again, or one Cecil Shorts from Mount Union, and from Whitewater, Lavelle Coppage, and Matt Weber, and Caleb Kroll was the other Mount Union player. So we have 4 of the 11 players there are going to be on the field today. Want to see what the defense looks like? Anybody looking for first-team defense out there? Okay, let's see. Well, what do you know? Defensive ends on your first-team All-American team from D3Football.com. Eddie Valerie, junior from Wittenberg, and Marcus Spall, senior from Wisconsin Stout. Then a player I got to talk to personally on a radio show I do, defensive tackle Gerard Bryant, senior from St. Lawrence. Very, very good individual. And should I put you out of your misery now, folks? What do you think? Defensive tackle, senior from Mount Union, Matt Williamson. And that's what a family that really loves the D3 football situation is, because honors like this may not be, let's say, plentiful, but they matter to these folks nonetheless. So congratulations to the family. Let's go back to the team. We kind of wanted to show you that moment there because they've been waiting as patiently as possible. Yeah, it's saying, Frank, Ryan, could you get on with this team thing we're doing here? So again, we're going back to first team defense on the D3Football.com All-American team. And here we go as we continue. We left off, again, Gerard Bryant and Matt Williamson were your both seniors defensive tackles. Linebackers are Kyle Guesswine, junior from Delaware Valley. Gordon would probably have a lot to tell us about him if he was here. Gordon Mann, unfortunately, still not with us. Sam Kershaw, junior from Mount Union. And Will Hawkins, junior from Millsaps. Cornerbacks, Josh Mathouch, senior from Westfield State, and Brandon Hudson, senior from Salisbury. Safeties are Adrian Frederick, senior from
Wabash,
and Bill Duty Jr. from Hampton Sydney. We have 4 specialists, and you'll see why. All-purpose player goes to Bryson Tucker, senior from Mary Hardin Baylor. Kicker, Jeff Shebler, senior from Whitewater. You'll hear his name again this year quite a bit, probably in the game at some point. We'll see if the field holds up for field goals, so that's the big question right now.
As the snow continues to come down.
Yes, it does. Alex Groh, senior from Occidental, is your punter. And returner, Fritz Waldvogel, sophomore from St. Thomas. Of course, we had to throw the toughest name in at the very end, didn't we?
It's a good way to finish. I think you did that well.
Yeah, Fritz, that was you challenged me there, Fritz. So again, that's your Division III All-American team, first team from D3Football.com. Let's key in on Adrian Frederick, the safety. Tell us about the defense this year and what he did for that team.
Well, Wabash's defense has been the pride and joy of that team for a long, long time. And the one game that I was able to take in this year, it was the Wabash versus DePaul game, and DePaul has Spud Dick at quarterback, and as we saw, Coors, who's first team All-American at wide receiver, and players like Adrian Frederick were able to shut down an otherwise very potent DePaul team. And I have the utmost respect for DePaul and how much how they're able to move the ball. They're able to put points on the board. They won the conference for the first time ever, and players like Adrian Frederick really kind of slowed down that momentum that the team had, and helped. I will happily say Wabash win the bell back for the first time in 3 years.
Which bell would that be?
The Monon Bell.
Oh my goodness, the Monon Bell. Who would have known? Well, folks, again, D3Football.com All-American team will be available on D3Football.com after the conclusion of tonight's game between Mount Union and Wisconsin Whitewater.